This is Hayden from S8CTV. Today I'm very lucky to be joined once again in Manchester by Nigel Travis. Nigel, how are you doing today?
Very well, very well. Very excited. We're looking forward to a big weekend of boxing, or whole night boxing, and very excited. Preparation has gone well, so let's just see the boys do the work now.
Definitely. So obviously, onto that, Pat Brown's professional debut, very highly anticipated. He's top of the bill in his hometown. You don't really say that often for his debut. Just how good is he?
He's very good. I suppose things when you say them enough, they become a cliche. And it's easy to say that he is made for the game, but I believe that he is made for the professional boxing game. He was a very high-level amateur, as you already know, but he's more suited to the professional game because in his losses that he had as an amateur, he was just getting going by the third round. So, 3-round length of the fights was a negative rather than a positive. Now he's got 6 rounds. And he can show what he's all about. But yeah, he's very good, he's very disciplined, very committed, almost obsessed, so that's a great thing.
Sort of with that, how much does training sort of change from being amateur to professional? How much does the whole sort of training schedule and curriculum change?
It's different for GB fighters because they're training 3-4 times a day anyway. Amateurs who are not internationals maybe only train 3 or 4 times a week. Obviously they have programs that they have to follow, but so it's refined certainly, and it becomes more about power than primarily skill and speed. So if you've got a mix of that, and then it's a phenomenal way to start. Pat Brown has those and all that in abundance. So we're very excited about what he can do, and hopefully the British public can get behind him, and that will make him what he is, because he'll perform for those people because he's obsessed with it.
Obviously, onto his opponent. There was obviously meant to be a different opponent, and it got changed just a week ago. How much has that sort of changed in going into the game plan, or has nothing really changed? And how much do you know of Catterall?
Listen, I've watched him countlessly. Obviously, that's our role, as we do. I think he mentioned it in the press conference there. He's always been the away fighter. He's never had any backing from anybody. So, whilst his record's not that impressive, what I've seen, he hasn't really lost, and he's only had one bad victory. Sorry, bad defeat, and so he's an away fighter. So anything that's close, you're not getting. If that makes sense. So he's got a couple of draws, similar as an away fighter. They're usually the opposite. So he can fight, and the most important thing is, and you heard it in his voice and what he was saying, he's ambitious and he wants to win. If he's coming to hold, to crab up, to clam up, then that doesn't make an event. That doesn't make a word top of the bill. I believe that Grandoni will come to fight, and I think he'll show that straight away, and he's going to try and win. That's the best thing. And I like his humility. He wasn't trying to make a prediction, just saying he's going to leave everything in there. So he's coming to win. And that's a great thing. So as a coach, you've got to find them. You've got to find the opening. It's difficult, but when they want to win, those openings appear a lot easier.
Definitely. Obviously, going down the card, co-main event, we've got Cameron, Vuong, Jordan, Flynn. How's Cameron sort of been getting on in the gym? Obviously, last time there was a lot of criticism of the performance. Has that sort of changed anything in his training, or not really? And yeah, how's he sort of been getting on?
It's made him better. I believe it'll be the making of him. I genuinely do. His professionalism, and again, it's easy to say it, but he can be his own worst enemy because he's young. But he's grown up a hell of a lot since his last fight, and physically he's never been as good. So we were excited when he first came to us of what he could do. Now we're excited because what he does do. So his training is phenomenal. His weight, I think, his opponent, he's latching onto the fact that he's going to struggle with the weight, I think, which is ridiculous. And he's talking about himself coming up in weight, but apparently every fight bar one he's been at the lightweight category. So it's just words. He's phenomenal. Cameron can do it and will do it, I believe. And I believe that the Gavin Gwynn fight will be a blessing. I really do. I still thought I won it. People saying, nah, you didn't. So 6-4 either way, wouldn't have minded. 5-5. That's exactly what I said on the night. And Sam Jones was behind me. He said, "What do you reckon?" I went, "Yeah, I think we won it." I've got no problem. I'm not saying it was a robbery either way. So same as Dave Allen. When Dave Allen boxed, I'm not saying anything robberies. Some things are robberies, and that certainly wasn't, in my opinion. And it will be the making of him. You mark my words.
Obviously, you mentioned there Dave Allen. Has fouled Johnny Fisher. There's obviously a big rematch of that fight coming up. How's Dave sort of been getting on in the gym? Only 8 weeks out now.
Yeah, Dave's on fire. We're gonna have to rein in Dave back because he's training now, and maybe Dave's surprising himself. So Dave's already fit. Dave came back in the gym straight away after the Saudi fight. The week after, he was back in the gym. So nothing's changed. He's just got fitter and fitter. For me, that's a dangerous prospect for any heavyweight fighter. Any heavyweight fighter. Because Dave will cause anyone problems. We all know what happened. What we believe happened against Johnny Fisher, and whichever way he scored it, it is what it is. Again, I'm not going to say Cameron Vuong won. Big Gavin Gwynn definitely, and so did Dave. That's just blinkers. Having blinkers on. Genuinely, I see Dave getting a problem for anybody at the moment. Physically, and again, it's like I'm just using the same quotes. We have never seen him as good, ever, physically, and by his own admission, he's never been as fit as he is now. So I think it's dangerous, real dangerous for Johnny Fisher. And listen, and the best man will win. Again, that'll be a great event, and we hope it's they both come out. They say that's all about, and I'm backing Dave to win.
Definitely, and then obviously, as well in the card you've got Conor Tudsbury. Last time we spoke was in Manchester. Did a joint interview with Conor. What did you sort of make of Conor's professional debut, and what are you sort of expecting going into Friday night? Sorry, obviously Robbie Conor, tough fighter. What are you sort of expecting going into Friday night?
A debut, you only ever have it once. I wasn't massively impressed. Of course, the result was great, but obviously he went out like a train, like a speed train, and looked fatigued for a while. Because of the ambition that he's got, because of the stress, pressure to perform. But obviously he did his job, calmed it all down, and then did his job. Robbie Conor is a tough fight for anybody in this country. This is the best possible opponent that Conor Tudsbury could face. He's very, very good. They actually have already boxed once. They boxed as amateurs. Robbie was the Scottish champion, and it was a very close fight. So we know what we're fighting. Robbie Conor is a good fighter. Scottish champion 2019, got beat off Aaron Bowen in the Tri-Nations. And again comes with ambition. Same as Grandoni, always on the road. He's been on the road all the time. So I saw the fight with Liam Cameron's first fight back, and the decision, didn't go as I thought it would go. But when I watched it, so again, a guy who comes with ambition is a better fight for the British public who are paying. And for Conor Tudsbury to be able to do his stuff, because Robbie Conor is a good fighter. From Bella Houston, trained with Oldham for a while, but a really, really capable fighter. So it's danger, and so it's danger for two of our fighters. One is debut, one is second fight, and you say, what are you doing? But hopefully afterwards you can interview me and I'll say it was a fantastic result. So yeah, I back them all to win. I back all three of them to win. and I'm really excited about it.
Definitely, and then obviously, Jack Catterall, last time out he suffered defeat, at the highest level against Arnold Barboza. What's the sort of latest on him? I think Eddie Hearn was saying sometime late summer he could potentially be out. What's the sort of latest with Jack?
You know as much as me. So Jack's back in the gym. Jack's been back in the gym for a couple of weeks. I was fuming. No one's interviewed me about it since. I was fuming with Steve Gray, the referee, because it was a knockdown, clear as day in my opinion. But it is what it is. Is it me going about the officials again? No, it's not. It's just life. It does happen. And I thought Jack deserved it. But we are where we are. He now has to redress it, start again. Everyone involved has to look at their own part. Did I do enough? Did we do enough? I believe we did, and Jack was ready to go and prepared correctly. It was the second phase that he didn't get off and couldn't push through the second phase. But Jack's a fierce competitor and should already be undisputed world champion. Isn't, so it's all just chip paper now, fish and chips paper. But he's ready to go again now. Whatever's coming, as you say, they've mentioned a few things. They've mentioned being a replacement for people if people drop out over in Times Square, or if other big fights. People are calling his name out now because now they've seen maybe fragility. They've seen that he's lost, and it makes everyone a little bit more attracted to fight once that they've lost. Because everyone knows. Even though he's had it's his second loss apparently, but he's had a bona fide loss. So people are thinking, Barboza's garbage. I can beat Barboza. So now people will call his name out. So it makes it actually interesting, And there isn't a disgrace in defeat. There really isn't. And I do believe that the people who just trying to keep hold of the perfect record, they don't do themselves justice. And now with the landscape being as it is, I believe that fights are getting made that wouldn't ordinarily get made because people are not scared to lose the O, and that's what I think that can only be benefits to the sport.
Definitely. And then last one for me, Nigel. I want to ask you, what does the sport of boxing all sort of mean to yourself?
It's my life. It's what I do. I'm an amateur. I have an amateur boxing club, looking after kids, getting kids off the street, and then progressing them into the professional game if they want it, or just being in the gym, just seeing what they've got, trying to change their future for the better. So boxing is my life. It was my father's life before me, and my dad's still in the game now, 76. I'm very proud to say that he's still out training kids with me in my amateur gym, Moss Side Fire Station Boxing Club, and that's what it's about. This is easy. The professional game, this is where they become world champions, they become famous, people want to interview them, they get paid. Phenomenal. The amateur game is without these amateur gyms up and down the country, then there'll be none of this. And so they should be supported. And I don't believe they do get supported, whether that be on a national basis or a local level. But it's just about finance, keeping the doors open to these boxing clubs, because that's where the thoroughbreds of tomorrow. That's where Patrick Brown and Conor Tusby, they came, from local amateur gyms, mine, and Jamie Moore's got an amateur gym in Warden. These are where these need to be supported, so that people like me can volunteer their time and give it and make the world a better place.
Definitely. Nigel, thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much, Nigel. Cheers.